Imagine a village where every house is carved into the cliffs, every street leads to breathtaking views, and millions of people dream of visiting at least once in their lifetime. Welcome to OIA, the most iconic village on the Greek island of Santorini. OIA is located on the northern tip of Santorini, one of the most famous islands in the Aegean Sea, Greece. Perched high above dramatic volcanic cliffs, the village overlooks the enormous caldera created by one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history. From almost every corner, visitors can enjoy breathtaking panoramic views of the deep blue sea, nearby volcanic islands, and the white villages that stretch along the edge of the cliffs. Despite its peaceful appearance, OIA welcomes millions of visitors every year from all over the world. People travel here not only for its incredible scenery, but also to experience the unique atmosphere created by its narrow stone streets, traditional architecture, and spectacular sunsets. Although it's one of Greece's most famous destinations, OIA has managed to preserve much of its authentic Cycladic character, making it feel both timeless and unforgettable. OIA's story begins thousands of years ago, long before the white houses and blue domes that make it famous today. The entire island of Santorini was shaped by one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in history, an event that dramatically transformed the landscape and created the spectacular caldera that surrounds the village today. Over the centuries, people settled along these steep cliffs, taking advantage of the natural protection they offered while building a thriving community connected to the sea. For hundreds of years, OIA became one of the wealthiest villages in the Aegean thanks to its skilled sailors and successful merchant fleet. Local families built elegant captains' houses, and many residents traveled across the Mediterranean, bringing prosperity back to the village. At its peak, OIA was an important maritime center, with ships carrying goods between Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. However, the village's fortunes changed during the 20th century. Economic decline, changing trade routes, and a devastating earthquake in 1956 severely damaged much of OIA, forcing many families to leave in search of new opportunities. Large parts of the village were left abandoned, and for a time it seemed as though OIA's golden age had come to an end. Fortunately, extensive restoration projects helped preserve its traditional character instead of replacing it with modern buildings. The historic homes, churches, and narrow streets were carefully rebuilt, allowing OIA to keep the authentic Cycladic architecture that visitors admire today. OIA's architecture is one of the main reasons it has become famous around the world. Unlike most villages, the majority of its homes weren't simply built on top of the cliffs. They were carved directly into the volcanic rock. These traditional cave houses, known as hyposkafa, were designed to stay naturally cool during the hot Mediterranean summers and warm throughout the winter. Their thick stone walls also helped protect families from the strong island winds, while making the most of the limited space available on the steep hillside. As you walk through the village, you'll notice that almost every building follows the same elegant style. Smooth whitewashed walls reflect the bright Greek sunlight, creating the stunning contrast with the deep blue sea that has become one of the country's most iconic images. Scattered across the village are the famous blue dome churches, charming bell towers, narrow stairways, and flower-filled courtyards that make every corner look like a postcard. One of the most fascinating aspects of OIA is how naturally the village blends into the landscape. Instead of dominating the cliffs, the buildings seem to become part of them. Homes are arranged in terraces that follow the shape of the volcanic caldera, allowing almost every balcony, rooftop, and terrace to enjoy incredible views over the Aegean Sea. This clever design also means that many rooftops are actually the pathways leading to the homes above, creating a maze of streets unlike anywhere else in the world. Luxury hotels, boutique cave suites, and traditional houses now share the same historic architecture, carefully preserving the village's original appearance. Strict building regulations prevent modern skyscrapers or inappropriate construction, helping OIA maintain the timeless character that has made it one of the most photographed villages on Earth. Although every corner of OIA is beautiful, there are several places that no visitor should miss. The most famous is the Castle of OIA, also known as the Byzantine Castle ruins. While only a few parts of the original fortress remain, it has become the most popular viewpoint in the village. Every evening, Thousands of people gather here to watch Santorini's legendary sunset, creating one of the most unforgettable experiences in Greece. Another iconic landmark is the blue dome churches that have become symbols of both OIA and Santorini. Their brilliant blue roofs rising above the white houses create one of the most recognizable views in the world. These churches have appeared in countless travel magazines, postcards, and films, making them a must-see for every visitor. Take time to wander through OIA's narrow marble streets as well. Unlike many tourist destinations where attractions are concentrated in one area, the entire village is an attraction itself. Hidden stairways, charming courtyards, colorful doors, small art galleries, boutique shops, and family-owned cafes appear around almost every corner. Exploring without a map is often the best way to discover OIA's true charm. For those looking for even more spectacular scenery, Amudi Bay is just below the village. Reached by descending hundreds of stone steps, this small fishing harbor is surrounded by towering red volcanic cliffs and crystal-clear water. It's famous for its traditional seafood restaurants, where visitors can enjoy fresh fish while sitting only a few meters from the sea. Many people also swim from the rocky shoreline or take boat trips around the volcanic islands nearby. Finally, don't miss the famous cliffside terraces and viewpoints scattered throughout OIA. Every balcony offers a different perspective of the caldera, the endless blue sea, and the whitewashed village itself. Although OIA is famous for its stunning views, it is also deeply connected to Greek culture and centuries of island traditions. Life here has always revolved around the sea, family, and the strong sense of community that characterizes many villages across the Cyclades. Long before luxury hotels and tourism arrived, the people of OIA earned their living through fishing, farming, and especially shipping, with many local families becoming respected sailors and merchants throughout the Mediterranean. Today, visitors can still experience that traditional spirit. Small family-owned tavernas serve authentic Greek dishes prepared with fresh local ingredients, including grilled octopus, seafood caught the same day, creamy fava made from Santorini's famous yellow split peas, tomato fritters, and local goat cheese. The island is also known for producing unique wines thanks to its volcanic soil. Vineyards have grown here for centuries, and the dry climate combined with mineral-rich ground gives Santorini's wines a distinctive flavor found nowhere else in the world. Throughout the year, OIA celebrates traditional Greek religious festivals, especially during the summer months. These celebrations often include church services, live music, traditional dancing, local food, and gatherings that bring residents together. Even though millions of tourists visit every year, many of these customs continue to be an important part of daily life, helping preserve the village's identity beyond its famous scenery. Perhaps what makes OIA most special is the balance between its global popularity and its local traditions. One of the most surprising facts about OIA is that almost every famous photo of Santorini was taken here. Those white houses with bright blue domes have become one of the most recognizable travel images in the world, appearing in movies, advertisements, postcards, and millions of social media posts every year. Another fascinating detail is that many of the luxurious hotels you see today were once simple cave homes carved into the volcanic rock centuries ago. Instead of demolishing these historic buildings, they were carefully restored and transformed into elegant cave suites while preserving their original architecture. This is one of the reasons OIA has managed to modernize without losing its unique character. OIA is also home to one of the most famous sunsets on Earth. During the summer, thousands of people gather every single evening just to watch the sun disappear behind the Aegean Sea. In fact, some visitors arrive hours in advance to secure the best viewing spot, making sunset the busiest moment of the day. Perhaps the most incredible fact is that all of this beauty exists because of a natural disaster. The enormous volcanic eruption that devastated the island thousands of years ago also created the spectacular cliffs and caldera that make OIA so breathtaking today. Without that eruption, the village wouldn't look anything like it does today. Whether you're looking for incredible scenery, fascinating history, or simply a place that feels completely different from anywhere else, OIA is a destination that truly lives up to its reputation. It's easy to understand why millions of travelers dream of visiting this tiny village at least once in their lifetime. Would you visit OIA? Or do you think it's become too popular? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy discovering the world's most incredible villages, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Village Wonders, and join us for the next adventure. There's always another hidden gem waiting to be explored.